He had just arrived in Bucharest and was already in a jam. "Run! Run!" the words pounded in his head, but the man's voice was soft and kind, so he decided to try his luck and start a conversation. "Yes, but the cartons were here already. I didn't take them from anyone, and I wasn't thinking of taking them with me." The man smiled and held out his hand. "I'm Alex." The boy hesitated for a moment. "Don't be afraid. You're in good hands. Haven't you heard you can always trust people with moustaches?" he said, smiling. The boy reached out and shook the man's hand. "Come in. We'll eat something in the cafeteria. What do you say? I don't want to be any trouble. Maybe I should wait outside." "Don't worry. I'll take you. No one will say anything. I have an in with the owner," he said, winking at him. They went into the shop, and the young man at the counter greeted the man with a moustache. "Good morning, Mr. Eminescu." "Good morning. How are we doing today?" "Everything's fine. We've just taken out the Pragitori and Forsecorci." "Oh, there's nothing like some fresh goodies and a cup of tea to start the day, right?" he said to the boy, and winked again. The boy nodded. The man went behind the counter and returned with a plate of 4 round biscuits and a cup of tea. 2 of the cookies were topped with red jam, and the others were almost completely filled with chocolate. "This is for you." "How come you're allowed to go behind the counter and get yourself cookies just like that?" "Don't tell anybody, but the owner is allowed." This time, when the man smiled at him, he smiled back and reached for the plate. They were the most delicious cookies he had ever eaten. "Want some more?" "No, thanks. Really, thank you. I wanted to ask, maybe you're looking for some workers?" "You're a little too young to be looking for a job, aren't you?" The boy thought he had crossed the line and didn't want to get himself into trouble. "Oh, well, sorry. I'll go now." The boy got up from the chair at the counter, but the man put his hand on his shoulder to sit him back down. "Listen, I can always use someone to help to clean up around here. How would you like to help me when the cafeteria is open? I'll pay you a few lei." The two shook hands, closing the deal. "That's fine," said the boy. "And I'll give you a few more lei if you stay in the back of the store at night. There's a problem with the lock, and I don't want anyone to break in, so if anything happens, you'll be there to make some noise and run quick to call me. Think you can handle that?" "I think so." "Come on, I'll show you the storeroom." The two of them went behind the counter, and the man led him into a small, warm room. "It's not much, but I'll get you a mattress in here so you'll have something to lay your head on while you keep watch. Is that all right?" "Yes, all right with me." That very day, Alex and the boy started on a new period in their lives. Every morning Alex came and woke the boy, who slept in the storeroom. The boy would go to the counter and eagerly eat a piece of bread and some pastries, then straighten up the place for a new work-day to begin. The boy soon learned when the customers would arrive and when he needed to help cleaning up and setting up the tables, and did it energetically, to earn his keep. Sometimes, when business was slow in the cafeteria, the boy asked Alex if he could go for a walk in the streets. "Sure, take a walk around. Get to know the city. Just be careful and pay attention to where you're going," he said with a smile, and patted the boy's cap. One day the boy came to a marketplace. It was like the market in his village, but bigger and busier. Amid the crowd of vendors and customers, he noticed a boy, a street kid about his age, wearing ragged clothes. The boy was even thinner than he was. His legs were so skinny it looked like they could barely hold him up. Suddenly the boy in the tattered clothes went up to an apple stand, took an apple and put it quickly in his pocket without paying. The apple vendor saw him and started to chase after him. As the boy ran away in panic, he bumped into a passer-by and fell down. The stall owner reached the boy and was about to swat him with a stick he had in his hand. The raggedy boy covered his face in terror. When the vendor saw how miserable and fragile-looking the child was, how helpless and frightened, he slowly lowered the stick. "Stay away from my stand, kid," the man said, moving away. The boy went over to the kid in the shabby clothes, who was still lying on the ground, and tried to help him up. "I don't need your help," said the boy with shabby clothes. The boy looked at him and held out an apple in his hand. "So you won't have to get into trouble with the other stands today." The raggedy boy looked at him for a moment, grabbed the apple from his hand, and quickly ran off. One day